Cozy. Hey, is it started? Hey, everyone. Yeah, you're all right.
Yeah.
We're doing you a three-way special treat this time. So I've got with me
Yasmin.
Yes, and
Dan. I felt like that should have.
Do you want to try again?
Dan.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
And your boy, Seafoam Soldier, in the house. What up? Yo.
You're literally talking another language, right?
I know.
Who brought this loser?
Me. It's my house. I live here. So we just finished watching the episode just before we stream, as per usual. We're eating during the first 10 minutes, so I didn't really write as much stuff down. So you guys might need to start off, because I don't really know what happened.
Okay, what happened was...
What happened? Go on.
RuPaul brought the family over for the queens.
Yeah.
And it was really cute.
It was.
It was so cute. And yeah, everyone just looked so happy. And immediately we didn't want anyone to lose.
Yeah, that's true.
And I love Katya's mom, like, immediately.
Yeah,
So
she's
cute.
awesome.
But I mean, you didn't miss much because the whole episode was really about the family thing. It wasn't like a normal episode where there's different challenges.
No, exactly.
About it.
Yeah, I felt like the first. Obviously, they were crying about like their families and like deaths and things, which is fair dues. But I feel like the first like 20 minutes, half an hour, like nothing really happened in terms of like the competition.
One thing
they're just prepping. And
one thing I did like was the return of the workroom, because like there hasn't been any workroom in any of the series.
Very good point, actually.
And even like series 7, there wasn't a lot of workroom. I missed like season 3-4 days when like you actually saw them sewing and doing.
That's a good point.
Making.
That's what I'm saying. Like the first,
there wasn't a lot of it, but there was some.
Yeah, but like the first 20 minutes or so was just like pure workroom stuff. So
yeah,
it's pretty cool.
I don't necessarily want to watch RuPaul to get too like emotionally invested in like. It's not the X Factor. I kind of don't want to be too bogged down in tears and emotion. Like keep it light.
Yeah,
it was nice to hear the background, but I don't want to.
Too much. You're like, right, it's enough now.
Well, I ended up feeling bad.
We get it. All your parents are dead, and we get it.
I spent every episode wanting Roxy to go home, and I couldn't because her nan was in it. It was really nice.
I know.
Yeah.
She was immediate. I was immediately like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
First of all, obviously Roxy's gonna do like well. She was really good at her season at that kind of episode. And then I thought, and she's gonna do her grandma, and she's so fucking cute, and she rescued her from the bus stop. So.
She did. You just imagine like her grandma all dragged up like that, like driving to the bus stop.
Oh my god!
Aww.
All right. Before we go on, cannot keep finding the bus stop.
I was thinking when they showed the clip at the bus stop again. Like, I was trying so hard not to laugh. During the clip of it's so bad.
It's not funny.
It's not.
Hey everyone, by the way.
Hello guys.
Hey.
We're gonna talk about what team we are. Yeah, because now we're getting towards the final. So we want to hear about all your guys' opinions in that, but not now. So first, exactly. So everyone came in. It was emotional. We were saying like it sort of sucks because like we don't want any of them to go home because like all their family, like they had really cute relationships with all of them.
Yeah.
So
especially at this stage, it's hard as well because the numbers are getting smaller. So you'd like them all.
Yeah.
Except Roxy, but we'll come back to that later.
but
even that, like with Roxy and her nan on it, made it just harder to want anyone to go this week. I
also wrote down, as for Roxy, the first thing I wrote was I felt like when all the family members were introduced, that Roxy would have the hardest job because like old people must be harder to beat the face of than the younger person.
True.
Yeah.
So I felt like she was at a bit of a disadvantage. Team Coco.
Yeah.
Always and forever.
Justice for Coco.
Justice for Coco.
I wish Coco come back. So good.
I know.
Oh, dicks up for Coco.
Yes. And also Hanan's t-shirt as well. That was the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, Hanan did have a t-shirt.
It was like stuck on like a bit of paper stuff.
I know, it was so brilliant.
She got to like a snappy snaps and a t-shirt from it. That was really sweet.
We should get them.
Yeah.
Yes.
I probably won't, but yeah. Sorry.
Oh no. And also I put so I thought she was at the biggest disadvantage with painting an old person, but also like her biggest talent is makeup. So
yeah,
like maybe that sort of counted it.
And someone's right. Yeah, Katya's mum was slightly older.
Yeah, I suppose.
Maybe like Detox and Alyssa had an easier job because they had like young sisters.
Yeah.
I feel like they did. I thought that was an advantage.
But
definitely.
Katya's mum was the best. Like I just thought that was the best.
I suppose the thing is as well that you have more of a chance to make a bigger transformation if it's someone older, like a young sprightly sister. Like it's harder to.
Yeah.
Like, they just look like girls with lots of makeup.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They did a little bit. So I suppose it swings and roundabouts. Hey? Right?
Sure.
Such is life.
That's why people come to this, because of my wisdom.
Because of all the wit.
It's true.
That's right. Sorry, I'm new on it.
Because that's what I'm saying. You're making your place now.
Because snap is so
You're supposed to make noise. Every time I snap,
Okay,
you're supposed
do
to
it,
make
do it.
noise.
I can't
Close
click.
enough.
I've never been able to do it. It's kind of
You can do
no.
better than
My
me.
God.
You're supposed to use that finger and it. No, I can't do it.
It's all rigor mortis.
Yeah. Anyway,
It's
Um,
rigor mortis. Girl.
we move on.
I wrote Alaska's mum was amazing. Oh yeah, because that little clip where she talked about Alaska said she won 4 challenges and the mum was super proud. And
Yeah.
she's like,
none of that matters.
yeah. I looked at the camera. She noticed the camera. She's like, oh yeah, none of that matters. She thought that's really cute.
She was so like soccer mom, like
Yeah.
like not soccer mom, like
It's
dance,
like, yeah.
dance mom.
Yeah, she
Whatever.
was. Yeah.
It's a shame in a way because I think I've almost forgotten a lot at the beginning of the episode, because the end sort of, in a way, coloured a bit of it for me. Like it started off quite sweet, and then Alaska.
We have to get.
like,
Yeah. This is good.
just
We're doing like
became a
half an
total
hour
brat.
at the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got a lot
Sorry,
to say
I'm
about
jumping
that.
ahead.
Dan,
But
you're too angry. You just calm down.
it was, it's such a nice beginning, and then by the end I was like, oh, I want Alaska to go.
I know. I feel like we all did. Do you want Alaska to
No.
go? Okay, interesting. We'll talk about this at the end.
I don't
Also,
really
you
want
get-
Alaska to go, but
You're getting puffed up.
Okay.
In the comments.
Nice.
Yeah.
No one goes up on me.
Yeah, you got puffed up
Bullshit.
last time. Remember they started by
Bullshit.
saying you're gorgeous or something.
You guys say
I
something
got
nice
jealous.
enough.
I don't like compliments. It's terrible.
You're bloody gonna print yourself.
I
cheers.
did.
Yeah.
Oh please, don't say I'm gorgeous.
Yes.
This show is such
Yes.
a wreck.
I'm going to
What's
call this
that?
out. Katia needs to win a lip sync.
Yeah.
And I didn't
know.
even buy tonight that Detox was better, because all she did was wear a thing that had her ass out. That
Should we-
won her the lip sync, and she like poked it.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I sort of
Katia
agree.
was just-
but okay, we'll talk about this now then, because I feel kind of what certain kind of way about this. Is it me, or was especially Katia like slightly off with the lip syncing, especially the spoken word bit at the beginning?
It was a boring song.
But
the song
was
was
it off
dull.
though? Was the lip syncing slightly off, or was it just me?
I think she made one little mistake in the beginning, but that
That
was
was
it.
too much for me.
Oh, sorry.
That's one mistake too
I'm
many.
sorry.
But she's supposed to be like the lip sync like queen, Katia. It's her biggest skill, and she's too much. She's slightly off. Like it should be perfect. Like you shouldn't be able to notice any difference between. Like
Yeah.
It's a new song, dude.
that's not an excuse.
It was just a bit of a nothing song, and it didn't go anywhere. But yeah, I think like someone's just saying now, Katia kind of tailed off, and she does have a habit sometimes of just ending up starts well, and then she sort of struts off to the back,
That's true.
and then
That's
slowly
true.
walks to the front. That's sort of. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't buy that Detox was really up
She
there.
had some really funny bits though, like the
Yeah.
bits that she was counting the times that word was said or whatever. Then she screamed, even though there was no scream in the song.
No, she
Yeah.
laughed.
And she screamed the bit like she counted. Then she's like, "Oh,
No, that was the laugh. That
Was
was
that a laugh?
RuPaul's laugh.
What was she did that? And yeah, but Katia or Detox?
Katia."
Katia.
Yeah,
she
that
did
bit
the
I
laugh.
thought it was
was
the
good.
scream.
No, it was a laugh. It's RuPaul's laugh in the tune. And
It was something RuPaul, right? Or something from the 80s, like 80s RuPaul. Henry, that was it. Henry times 3, then a scream, right?
Oh, good.
No,
RuPaul's
laugh.
new song.
Other
Is that a
people,
new
other
song?
people know things.
Yeah, guys, that's a genuinely what we spent the whole time doing. Asking
Mate,
people
I
what
am
actually happened.
100%
Yes, that's
sure it
enough
was a
out of you.
laugh.
Thanks.
Fucking
It's
hell.
RuPaul's new song.
Is it
Okay.
new song?
Yeah,
Oh, you
yeah.
said you probably new song. I thought it was an old song, like an 80s feature or something.
Right, 100% of the time.
Okay, we know that's not true.
Whatever.
Remember that time I was right, like about everything. That one episode.
There was one episode.
Yeah, but I was really proud of
Right.
myself.
Someone
Anywho,
just
Sorry,
texted me.
Detox wasn't very good. Detox did the chin thing again that she always does,
Yeah.
the wobbly jaw, and then she won.
She's got whipped out. And the arse. It was like
and then bad decisions were made.
true that. The way you're skipping ahead. We need
Sorry,
to go through
sorry,
from the beginning
sorry.
down. You're
It's
too
really
passionate.
hard.
You're too
I
passionate.
just finished watching it.
I
I'm still
know.
emotional.
I know.
That is really feeling some kind of
Oh.
way.
God, what have I said? Engineer. That was it. Yeah. So Rue Blaney engineered the ep to be on the day of Alyssa's mum's death anniversary.
Yeah.
So like obviously they choose, the producers choose like what episode what orders the episodes are in. And like it's pretty
Do you
hard.
think?
Do we think? I really,
100%.
I really hope they didn't. Like,
100%.
sat down like, oh, have you got
I
any
bet they
times,
did.
any
Yeah.
relatives that
Yes,
have died?
100%. I bet that's why she's kept in as
Well,
well.
even the process of choosing relatives, did they know her mum was dead, or did they ask? It was awkward. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
did they do it on the quiet and then find out? Like,
I felt like it was a bit too intrusive. The bit where Alyssa and her sister were like hugging and like breaking down a bit, and like
there was a lot
the
of
camera
it.
like zoomed in. I was just thinking like if you're the cameraman in that room, like Do you know what I mean? Like it was just a bit too much, I thought.
But that's reality show for you.
But I'm saying I think it's engineered to be like that.
That's what I mean. And RuPaul Drag Race isn't that for me. I don't want that level of manipulation. And
It was a bit too much.
I don't want to feel guilty about wanting people to go home. And then tonight I was like, oh.
I just felt aroused.
Oh, let's talk about that after.
Sorry,
Let's take that offline.
Sorry, everyone, look, cut that bit out for me.
Yeah, and it was two as well. It was like Alyssa and Detox both had like the dead parent thing, which
That's
makes
what I
me
mean.
sound awful.
Engineered.
But I don't want that for Drag Race.
No.
That's what Simon Cowell does. Like manipulate regular people on ITV. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Any, it's always going to have a sub story.
Yeah, we streamed that episode of Good Faith.
We did, exactly. Omar, you're here. You should have joined in. Let's join in next week. Yeah, we're going to tackle Alaska. So I didn't write anything down for the actual voguing parts because it happened so quick.
It was kind of a pointless bit of the task. Like, I don't know why they bothered.
They didn't even really talk about it in the critiques, did they?
Well, each one lasted 5 seconds.
Well, not properly. Like a couple of judges said, like.
Yeah, a couple of judges said.
Like it's not as if like a normal main challenge would be like dissected.
But every time they do a makeup, they have to do something before. They always have to do something like just to make things harder for them. Just fair, but
it's impressive they did 2 outfits, and also I think the makeup was at least slightly different.
Yeah,
between the looks as well. So it was super impressive that they could do that.
It was just a bit quick.
Yeah,
I could have done with a little bit more of it.
Yeah, so I didn't have a chance to analyze the outfits or anything because it was just too fast. Hopefully, the fashion photo review they do both sets of outfits so I can see them properly.
I think they might. They did last times, I think.
Did they? Okay, cool. I hope so. Dan, can you stand top of the comments so I can focus on this?
yeah.
Cool. Okay. So anyone says anything of note?
I can't read from here.
Oh yeah, Yas can never read anything.
So. Yeah, Detox team had some good voguing. Was that her sister?
That was the best one.
Yeah. Aubrey Plaza said they look like birds.
So Dan, what was the reason?
That's the reason for everything. That's how they dance. That's the voguing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't remember any of the other dances.
No, exactly the same.
Yeah.
Don't remember any of it.
I just spent most of the time just thinking, please let Katya be good because I can't let her go.
Yeah.
I wasn't really concentrating on
it. So the next thing I wrote down was about Rue's look. What do you guys think of Rue's look?
I loved it. I thought he.
It's like a bit of a show I'm not that bothered about. It's kind of. I'm so. Things are just like.
He's over
Shade.
I'm a bit over it. I see it every week.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
My fan is here.
Go get it. It's over there.
I can't remember what was it. Was it?
It's too far away. Okay, so it was like the dress was awesome. It was like crystal dress. Like it was like.
Was it like blue?
No, it was like
metallic,
like rhinestone to the heel.
It's not.
Was it right? I don't know what it was. It was like made of crystals, had like layers. But like I love the dress because anything shiny, anything it's made of pure crystal.
Someone said it was like RuPaul's Night of 1,000 Ruse look. I'm trying to remember that. But
no, that was when I don't actually remember what Rue was wearing in that challenge. That was when all the queens dressed as Rue.
Yeah. But he did have a similar hair with the.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I hated the hair. I thought the hair was terrible.
I like this snatch bit in the front, but then she always does this.
But it was like choppy in a weird way.
Yeah. I still do.
Dan, I know what I'm talking about. All the stuff Dan's looking at me like, what is he saying?
So what's under that beanie?
Exactly.
Under that beanie is a huge flop of blonde tresses.
Exactly.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
You can't do.
Grant's
got very silky hair.
I've got silky locks.
Oh, amazing.
That's what I come around so.
It's his caress.
Sit and braid them for him.
Exactly. It's a good relationship you have going on.
Yeah.
It does. And so now it's the actual looks of the queen. So we go through them, I guess, like one by one. Who was first?
First off was Alyssa.
Okay, what are you saying about Alyssa and her sister?
Are we talking first out in order, or first person we thought Beth was the best?
No, first out.
First
like
out.
as in out.
It was Alyssa, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I wasn't impressed about her sister's look or her look, to be honest.
It was kind of bland.
It was alright. And it's the third time she wore that.
Yeah. That's the point. Was it really? Yeah, it looked really similar to the stuff
she wore. A dress of cameras a few weeks ago.
She's worn some really outlandish stuff, and I really like that side of her. She sort of dialed it back.
I actually liked her head.
Yeah, you did.
I like her head.
Is that true? It's like someone's just said Alyssa's skirt. Is that entrance skirt? Like,
it looks familiar. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, well, that corset was definitely the entrance and the one she wore last week.
You liked her looks in the stuff you're talking about. You're talking about Rue, aren't you? Not Alyssa. So I'm just trying to catch up on comments.
Oh, right.
Also, I was surprised by one of the judges' comments about Alyssa and her sister as well, saying that they looked like drag sisters. Because to me, they didn't.
They
look
look completely different.
They look completely
Yeah.
different to me.
I mean, I don't know whether I assume the point wasn't to make them look identical.
I know,
It wasn't like a
yeah,
twin
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
but they just look like they put a wig on her and a bit more makeup than usual.
Yeah, exactly. But again, I think part of it might have been because she was just like a youngish girl, as opposed to like the transformation wasn't like.
She looked good. Like it was just, it's hard to do. Like we were saying earlier, when you've just got pretty young women, it's hard to really do anything really exciting.
Because for me,
you're going to go all out.
Yeah, because
they didn't really.
No, exactly. Yeah, because for me, like drag is the most impressive part is the transformation. Like especially for extreme ones. So I'm trying to think like Pearl, for example. Like her look as if from a guy to a girl is so different, and like that's what impresses me so much about her.
Yeah.
But like obviously with the girls, you're not going to get that.
And I've had I had a drag party once where we had girls came to my house and we were all dressed in drag.
Did you tell them to leave?
But like, and the girls that came like went so to town on it, and it can work really well. Like
okay, cool.
Like my cousin came as Lady Gaga, and they had that proper drag
I remember
queen
picture,
eyes, big lips. My cousin had like cans in her hair, like, and she looked like a man doing a woman doing a man doing a woman.
I suppose the issue as well, especially with Alyssa, is that like her drag is like pageanty, pretty drag. So whereas someone like Detox, you can make the system more extreme because.
But even
Detox,
I mean? We haven't got on to Detox yet.
Sorry.
I don't even know if Detox did much with her sisters look it, because this is the weird thing. Like Alaska, Detox, they've been coming out with these really amazing looks. Tonight was like the one note I'm like, I wish Fifi was here. Because Fifi probably would have done some awesome cosplay
that's a really
thing.
Good point,
and that's what annoying, like, because we know that Fifi's dreadful.
Also, I would love to see what Fifi's was like.
Yeah, like
bitchiness.
I kind of wish Fifi could just come in and do the costumes because she was so good. And, like that week where she came on as that like space Martian.
Yeah, that was.
But
awesome.
On the opposite side of the scale, like that was pretty much her only epic look. Like she had some halfish decent looks, but she wasn't like epic every week, was she? She had like one or two.
No, but what I'm saying is like Detox has normally really awesome looks, and Alaska does.
Detox.
And then this week I just thought they were all a bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I was not sure on Detox's look. I felt like it was good, but
it was fine.
It was fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You loved it?
Anyway, people.
I gagged.
Someone's calling it Alaska's behaviour, and we will come on to Alaska's behaviour.
Yeah, we're going to spend like half an hour on that. We've got a lot to say.
She let herself down.
And us. She let us all down. She let us all down. Also, as we're on Alaska, in terms of her look, was she next out? It doesn't matter. I'm going to her anyway.
Okay.
Her look was giving me Cruella de Vil, both of them together. Cruella de Vil, the one with the Dalmatians, you know, and dogs.
I know what you're talking
with the spots.
Was she one
spotty dogs?
When was that?
On the runway, they wore like. Was this beforehand?
Yeah, no, I don't. No, on the runway. I know what you mean.
Yeah, like black and white looks with like feathers, and they're wearing different colours of hair.
Wasn't that Alyssa? I'm really lost now.
No, that's Alaska, babe. With the.
Am I saying the right thing?
Sequence dress.
Yeah,
sequence dress.
But like it was like monochrome and like with feathers and.
Yeah,
like,
you're right. I'm saying you're right.
Oh yeah, of course. With the long, they had shawls.
Yeah,
not shawls, like boas.
Yeah.
And floppy hats.
Yeah, exactly.
It was essentially like Alaska
Why are you
just
so
doing.
incredulous. I said.
Cruella de Vil. Why not getting
the
this?
outfit was Mae West from 4 weeks ago at Snatch Game with a feather boa.
Yes.
It was exactly the same. Was that the floppy hat? You didn't even know us had
I feel like this should be Dan's last time on stream. You're getting too aggressive.
I'm getting really angry.
Very aggressive.
Sorry,
that's making us all very uncomfortable.
Sorry, I'll just sit.
Actually, you've had your chance, Dan.
Just had a lot of carbs. So.
That's a good point. We have botched all the carbs. So who actually came out next? Was Alaska the one after Alyssa? Or was it someone else in between?
Wait. Oh god.
Oh, sorry.
No one needs that.
So it was Alyssa, Alaska, Detox,
which we covered.
Katia and Rob.
So there's Katia then. Loved everything about it.
Yeah, like I think the voguing thing I'm not bothered about talking about.
No, we skipped the voguing thing. Yeah.
But the actual act was awesome, and it was exactly why we loved
it.
Katia.
Actually, sorry, Redex is saying about Alaska's banner. We were saying that like the gimmicks are getting cringy.
Well, it was just like, it says hi.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Great.
And also, like, I know I've said this before, and people know it's widely known, but she took the hi thing from these two British drag race vloggers on YouTube.
Oh, I did not know.
So like, it's her catchphrase, fine, but like, it's not an original catchphrase. So
like, it was just a black banner with hi on it.
Yeah, and like,
come on, Alaska.
And like the mum dropped it at one point and stuff. And maybe it's meant to be done like that, but it's just a bit like, oh.
She uses that on her show.
What, the banner?
Yeah. When she sings hi.
Like Alaska's thing is like really weird, off the cuff, odd sense of humor where she comes out with things you'd never expect, and then it was so predictable.
Yeah,
like, oh,
yeah.
almost so unpredictable because it was like.
Although that just reminded me, the horse head bit was good.
Was that?
That's Alaska. That's a gimmick, isn't it?
Oh, yeah,
Because she wore a
yeah.
horse head in for her
All
season
right,
entrance.
that bit was great. I thought that was Alyssa for some reason. I have no idea.
No, that was really good. Alyssa would never do that.
Sorry, I saw this Japanese tea. Make me forget. That was good. That was very Alaska.
It did have a hypno in it.
Oh, okay. It's good.
Oh yes.
Sorry.
Let's get this party started.
Good.
Wait, what were we saying? Banner. Sorry.
The banner was shit.
It was shit.
Banner was shit. Horse
Oh, that's what I was
was
gonna say. I had a thing to say. I think this would have been a perfect episode for Alaska to have done the alien look, like with her. Was it her mum? Yeah, her mum.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Like two like Planet Glantron,
Oh,
Alaska
that's what I
3000
mean.
aliens. Like that would have killed.
That thing that Alaska did last week when she did her perfume ad, it was just so out there.
Yeah.
And tonight it was like, oh, sod it, mum, just wear this boa and a dress.
Yeah.
And
She
that'll
got
do.
comfortable.
And then she got annoyed because she was in the bottom two. And I was like, well, sorry, we're going ahead again.
Yeah.
What did you think of Roxy?
Someone saying, Jake saying that Kathy's mum was giving them Jinx Monsoon.
She was.
She was, right? That was a good
Yeah.
shout. That was a good
Yeah.
shout. Sorry, what was the question? Oh, I'm still Katya. Katya's wig was like the best thing I've ever seen in my life. I need that wig.
Cassie's wig, yes.
It's
That was amazing.
I've
That's
seen
super
that.
cool.
I've seen her with that wig though.
Never mind.
I was like,
She did it the other week, but she had it a black version, but she didn't do as well.
Was it
Like-
extreme though? It was quite like far out and like waved in and
It was particular. I thought her look was particularly good tonight.
yeah.
And
it
that was like
awesome.
classic Katia as
Yeah.
well.
It's like her new like since All Stars 2 film, she's gone like full on into the whole gypsy thing. But this was like the gypsy thing executed perfectly. I thought it's
Yeah.
like the pinnacle of her current style.
yeah.
That makes sense.
And I love the whole Russian backstory thing. And I think
Yeah.
that's her like trump card when
Because
she
she
plays
dropped it,
it.
didn't she? Wasn't on her season that she stopped doing it. And
Well,
then,
sometimes
like,
she just
shut
doesn't
down.
do it. And I always think
Yeah.
that's like Katia
It's your
always
best,
does
yeah.
better when she goes back to being the Russian transsexual prostitute
Yeah.
that she is. And
Yeah,
that it just works for me.
exactly.
She's one of the
Exactly.
only ones actually that's got a really good backstory.
Everyone's just been talking about Alaska the whole time.
I know.
I know we're all
All right,
feeling
look,
it.
we
We're
all hated
feeling it.
Alaska in this episode as well.
exactly.
We'll come to it.
So right, who's the last one? Roxy.
Roxy.
Okay.
Ugh.
Although, you know what, I was saying like Roxy's always beautiful, but I think this is, apart from maybe Joy with her entrance look, the most beautiful I've ever seen her look. Herself, not her mum,
Yeah.
shade, but like, her herself, like she looked gorgeous. Like the style of the out, like the makeup, the hair, the
Yeah.
outfit, everything.
And that's Roxy. That's like the
Yeah.
pageant queen
Yeah.
thing that she does, which she's very good at. I just don't find it entertaining.
No, I agree.
It's-
I agree. But
Like-
in terms of that's her craft, is like her beautiful look, and it was executed extremely well tonight. I felt.
Yeah.
She did do a really good job with her mom. I thought.
Again, very much she's older. I thought so too.
Yeah.
Like, she never be a beauty queen, is she? Let's keep it
But she
real.
was
She's beautiful.
she was rocking that
Leave her
dress like
alone.
she's Sofia Vergara. Like
I
she was.
drove
She
to
was
that bus
sexy.
Yeah, true. I'm going to say exactly. I'm going to just say this once, but I do wish it was a bus instead of
Oh my god.
instead of a mum.
Yeah.
Thanks, right. It's like a bus just like came down the runway, like lips on, like there's no cars, and for the eyelashes on the cars. Too far.
Oh my
No.
god.
That would've been
Why
so
are we
funny,
laughing
though.
at people's tragedies?
Sorry. Okay, that's the
But
last
it's
of it.
so
I just had to say
Well,
that.
they laughed about it in the show, so
Yeah.
it's supposed to do.
Okay, yeah. So now it's on to the critiques.
I just picture a bus with a tearaway.
Bust of a tearaway, like a wig reveal, but like it's Roxy just like pulling the wig off.
I'm sorry. Okay, continue.
Oh,
Anyway, no more
No more.
child abandonment jokes.
Um,
As funny as they are.
so on to the critiques.
We love you, Roxy.
Yeah, I do genuinely love you, Roxy. Okay, on to
Yeah.
the critiques.
Critiques, I think, were fair.
Yeah, but I get the most. Go on, what you can say.
No.
The most interesting part was, as Dan pointed out when we was watching it, like Alaska. This is before we knew she was going to blow up, but like to see her crack on the runway when she got her critiques, and when the other queens are being critiques, like the face on that, like
She was
was
not
not
take that
happy.
well. Like, she was nearly crying.
it wasn't crying. It was like even the runway was like bratty, pissed off. It wasn't crying a bit. Yeah, it's like everything. It was like
But that's why it's annoying me, because it wasn't like I've let myself down and I haven't done a good job this week. It was more like, how dare you put me in the
yeah,
bottom?
yeah. It
And
was like that.
I don't
What
know.
do you think?
That's the vibe I was getting. It was like shocked. I think it seemed to me like she was shocked at what the judges, like the critique she'd received.
Someone's just made a really good comment though, that like they made that a bottom three purely because Detox. No, I'm trying to think who the bottom three now are. Alyssa clearly wouldn't have been in the bottom It clearly
Yeah.
would have been Roxy and Alaska.
Yeah,
and then it would have been too obvious. It would have been like, oh, well, now we're going to send Roxy home.
Yeah.
And they do this a lot. It's what's annoying about the series that the bottom 3, bottom 2 changes every week for no reason other than like.
Yeah,
and
I know it's weird. It is weird. It makes
Maybe I'm
sense.
naive, but I don't feel like Drag Race has been this manipulated before. I feel like this season's been a little bit manipulated.
I wouldn't disagree with that.
In order to get the outcome that they want.
Yeah.
I wouldn't disagree. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if it's manufactured to make sure that Alyssa and Detox are in it this week because of the backstories.
Well, like we've lost Tatiana and Alyssa, the 2 that came back. It's just a bit odd.
Who was up for elimination last week? Was it
Tatiana and Roxy?
Oh, shit, it was Roxy, wasn't it?
It's every week is Roxy and someone else.
Yeah.
Can we get to Alaska now?
Okay, yeah, now I've got like a whole page of notes. There's whole pages on Alaska.
Do your thing.
You start, yes. I feel like we're the most angry. You're more chilled about it.
I am.
So go on, what are you saying? Defender.
I'm not gonna defend her. I understand why she cracked. You can almost see the pattern. Like she was doing really well, and Tatiana mentioned that she seemed to be like.
I've written this down.
Up.
Yeah, on the behind the scenes.
And I think she was so focused on, coming
dominating challenges.
Dominating she really went in thinking I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
And
didn't we? And we all did. I think we all were expecting Alaska to win.
She kept saying, "I need to be in the top 4. I need to be in the top 4."
She was so confident, and she won 4 times, which made her even more confident. She thought, "I'm invincible."
Won the lip sync, so she's like double winning. Every week.
Yeah. Like, even at the beginning of the episode, though, I was writing down she seemed quite brassy at the beginning because she's like, sorry about winning.
I almost said to you when we were watching it, like, "Oh, I don't like Alaska when she's just being Justin, like the person."
Yeah,
I thought her interviews tonight were really unlikable. Yeah, and actually, I think Alaska does shine more when she's just being Alaska. And she just didn't come across to me.
No, she didn't. It wasn't Alaska tonight, was it? It was Justin.
Yeah, but I think the 2 things I would throw in is one, like perspective, like they're in a really pressure cooker environment. They literally don't have contact with the outside world. They don't have phones, and she's probably like just a bit in her head with it all.
Yeah,
like weeks and weeks.
I don't think that's the excuse. I feel like if it's anyone else, because Alaska's so revered, we're letting her off. But if it's Fifi acting like that, do you know what I mean? We would have slated her.
So like, and she's not got the chops to back it up. I think with Alaska, it's been half an hour since we finished it now, and perspective has come back that she's been the best one. Yeah. And she is super talented. And if Jinx Monsoon hadn't been in season 5, she would have won it rightly. She's like head and shoulders above, I would say, all of them, maybe bar Katia. Like she's way better than Detox. She's way like
I don't know anymore.
To have Roxy Andrews even in like a top 4 with Alaska, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay, that I agree with. But Roxy, everyone knows what she shouldn't have been. Shouldn't be. Yeah. She should have gone episodes ago. But I don't know because Detox has really pulled out all the stops this season. I feel like Detox is far better this season than she was season 5.
I think Detox has coasted.
But her looks though, like the robot.
I can't remember any of the Detox like tasks where she's done an amazing job.
She did really well in the challenge with Katia, the movie she was.
It's hard because the scripts were shit.
The scripts were really shit. But looks though, especially, she's done amazing.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Detox is the same for me as she was in season 5.
Seriously,
was a lot of potential, but never quite. Like the heroin perfume ad was awesome.
Yeah,
but apart from that, I don't feel like she's ever given me something where I sit on YouTube. Like we all have those Drag Race days where you sit and just watch the same stuff over and over again because it's so good. And Detox's thing, the only thing I rewatch is that perfume ad. Like whereas Jinx, I rewatch Jinx really videos over and over. Alaska stuff, I'll keep watching.
Yeah,
but I still think I thought. She deserves to move forward, and I
would have sent her home.
What Detox?
No, Alaska. Sorry, I was about Alaska.
Oh no, sorry. I predicted that it would be Alaska, Detox, and Katia.
I knew as soon as it was those 3, it's going to be Alyssa because it's
you did say that.
It's just obvious. You're like, I can see where this is going. It's going to be one of her Alaska tops, and then they're going to have to make the decision. And they're not going to surprise us. They're just going to go with the easy option, which is to pick one of the ones that isn't in Alaska top.
Okay, sorry. We need to address the comments because it's all kicking off in a good way. We have seen All Stars 1. Have you seen All Stars 1?
Yeah.
Cool. The producers are turning everyone against Alaska after the X leak. What X leak? If it's something we don't know about, like the final, then don't tell us.
Know about that.
What is the X leak?
I do not know that.
And also, we haven't seen World of Wonders Twitter. What's going on there, please?
I know that Alaska's been getting a lot of abuse online.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And I think another thing with Alaska I was going to say earlier is that I think you can't underestimate what it must be like being Sharon Needles' boyfriend, because Sharon Needles was awesome and won.
I don't think she's holding on to that anymore.
I think there must be an element of like, fuck, I came second in my season and now I'm in this again, and there must be a little bit of element of competition.
But the thing is, okay,
she wants
I want to say something.
Really, was she in her in her season? She really wanted to win too, and this season she just thought this is it. That like, if I don't win this, what?
Alaska's ex leaked the elimination order months ago. Don't tell us who else is eliminated.
Why would you do that?
But that's fair enough. No, Omar, don't tell Omar. No.
No.
I had something really important to say. Okay, I was going to say, so you guys are defending Alaska, saying like, you can understand why she...
No, I'm not defending.
I'm not defending.
Yeah.
I think she was terrible this
I feel
week.
like you both
terribly.
defended her to the hill, and I've got something to say.
I'm just giving like a rational explanation of why she was...
But I'm saying I'm going against that because you got like, if it was just her reaction like after she found out she's in the bottom and everything, I would understand that more. But she was a brat the whole way through the episode. Yeah. Like when she went to mum, she's like, I won 4 challenges and all this, and like, okay, that wasn't too bad, but coupled with everything else.
Maybe it's
I like
just
the
she
interviews
didn't cry,
the whole way
like,
through.
There were no tears, so we weren't.
No, she cried.
There was like no.
She did for a second, like when her mum
squeezed a tear out that one duck.
Exactly.
I mean, maybe that was jarring because she was quite confident versus like 2 of the cast crying, and it was very emotional. And then it was like, there wasn't. I think actually, out of all the relationships, they probably had the least to say. Like Alaska and Mum. There wasn't much. That sounds really awful because I'm not judging their relationship, but they didn't really look at them much as a pairing. There wasn't a lot to say about it. You didn't cry a lot as a baby. Whereas Alaska's like Katya's mum was kind of adorable, and there was like backstory there, and obviously the other 2.
Yeah.
And then again with Roxy and her nan and the whole backstory there, I just thought Alaska's was it was all flat.
Yeah, I agree. But then, which
is
fair. But then, like I said, when she told her about winning 4 challenges, again, like which I would do as well, like she just seemed like a bit entitled. Like the whole episode, she seemed very entitled. I'm just saying, it wasn't just after she found out she was in the bottom. She was like the whole way through the episode. And she came across superior and entitled.
And I think this is the key for me, and like it's what a lot of the comments are saying now as well. This is the real episode for me tonight, where I'm like, I want Katya to win now.
Yeah, I agree.
I've been saying for weeks, like this is Alaska's. Like, there's no way she's.
Did you hear what someone said earlier? Like on the team votes or whatever, like Team Katya, she's got like 13k, and the next one has like 700.
It feels like something's really changed.
Yeah,
because I was on Twitter today, having not even seen the result, and I was trying to avoid spoilers, and I managed to, but I was still seeing a lot of Team Katya stuff, and I was thinking, has she gone? Has she
top
been
trending on Twitter this morning, just generally.
I think this was a real watershed, because I think Alaska's just not shown herself in the great light, and they're going to pitch it as now a Alaska Tots versus Katya thing. And we all have an underdog.
Yeah.
And I just think that's the way it's going to go. I would love to see Katya win it.
But okay, the frustrating thing is
I'd be gutted for Alaska, because she is, regardless of today's episode, brilliant.
But so is Katya.
Yeah.
But what's frustrating, and I feel like Alaska deserves some of it, is that Alaska's like the biggest Drag Race fan. She as she always says, she's very clever and like good at playing the game, I think, generally. So there's 2 parts to that. The first thing is she should know from the moment she was told that they'd be voting each other off that she should try and be friendly with as many of the other queens as possible, which she obviously hasn't been. Both Tatiana, when on her behind the scenes thing, has made that clear, and also Katya tonight on Deliberation, she was like, no, I'm not. I don't really feel like I'm no Alaska that well. Not very close or whatever. Again, but that's all Alaska's fault. Like, and also the thing that annoys me about that is all the other queens are like having a time of their lives, or like having fun together and stuff. And I feel like we haven't really seen Alaska doing that. She
has though. That's
not as
unfair.
much. Not
That's
as much.
Unfair. No. She has had fun. Like she plays around with Alyssa and like.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
she has.
Yeah.
I feel like we're maybe, because we've not slagged off Alaska at all until this week.
Yeah,
exactly.
I've been waiting.
Last week when she did the unthinkable of getting rid of Tatiana, which was ridiculous.
That was the start of it.
Like this week wasn't as bad as that.
Okay, so she's been joking around a bit, but I suppose, like, I mean, in terms of like, we haven't seen her getting close to the other queens as much as
it's what I meant to say before is like she was so focused on not showing any vulnerability and just like being focused on the game.
I get that.
And she really, I'm not justifying.
No, yes, I'm saying, but what I'm saying is the game this time is being friendly, like getting your competitors on your side.
You have to show some vulnerability, and it just showed. It's sad that it only showed now as a like Brett
And in the wrong way,
breakdown.
yeah.
in the wrong way.
But maybe we just call it quits and say Roxy Andrews should just win it. All those talented looks, all those funny, those times she's made us laugh about bus stop. Literally, the bus stop thing is the only time Roxy's made me laugh.
The Shah thing as well. Is this another sequence moment with the Shah?
The Shah.
Oh yeah, the
Shah. Okay, so my other point of the Alaska thing is as well. So again, in terms of playing the game, like also, she must know this is about time people are going to start voting, and she needs to get the public on her side. Like, the way she acted was the worst thing she could possibly do in terms of the overall aim of the competition, which is getting the public to vote for you to win.
Well, because it sounds like that's what's going to happen now. That they're going to.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's shown that it's, you know, she's fucked herself over.
Well, because isn't it work like they're not doing a phone vote like they normally would, but they're just going to do like a hashtag thing, and then they're going to kind of look at it.
Yeah,
RuPaul will still make the decision, but
yeah, of course.
But it also always on the hashtags, isn't it? It's always.
I don't know. I still think like Alaska would just be a bit robbed if she didn't win it.
Really? What do you think?
She is so good.
You're Team
Up to
Katia.
this moment,
I am Team Katia. Just after this episode, I might flip. Like Alaska has another good week next week, and she's back on it.
But why do you feel
I'll
like
probably
Alaska
go back.
deserves to win it over Katia?
Because I think she's been. I just think Alaska's great, and I
You
think
don't
tonight.
think Katia is?
I do. I just don't think she's as good. I don't think she's as funny. I don't think she's as off
Genuinely,
the
it
cuff.
surprises me. Based on
Yeah, I love Katia, and like it's
Same.
close, but I just think Alaska's got that quick wit. Like Snatch Game, like Rue was just throwing stuff at her, and she was throwing weird, awesome, out of left field comments back that no one else is really doing. And like Katia's Bjork was okay, but I thought Alyssa's Joan Crawford was better. I just think Alaska's slightly got the edge on complete out there. Like when she came out as Little Pound Cake, and you know,
that was one of my
you're
favourites.
not my real mum, and you never will be.
That was so good.
We're forgetting it all,
and
and it was
No,
all great.
I agree. That's why I've, you know, it's hard to be harsh on her, even though she didn't behave very well.
Yeah.
But I love her so much.
Yeah.
And she's
And
I'll tell
so
you-
talented, and she does deserve it.
Someone's just said like Katia's more lovable. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Katia's way more
Of
likable.
course.
I would rather have like.
She's
if
more
I was going to do
relatable and
if I was
personable.
going to do a meet and greet, I'd probably be terrified of Alaska. Whereas Katia probably would have given her
That's a good
Yeah.
point. That's a good point.
And
But
it would
this
be a
is-
great redemption, like
Yeah.
that she was so anxious in season 7.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
comes
Yeah.
through and wins it. Like I love all that.
But-
And if she won, like I wouldn't be bothered.
Yeah,
Just
but,
saying.
But that's the moment I think that really turned me personally against Alaska. Again, like not a permanent thing. I love Alaska generally, but in a moment I'm against her. It was when Katia was like took her to the one side, like trying to like be really nice to her, and she was like trying to lighten the mood with the party thing. And like it was so rude not to like laugh at that point. Like Alaska just like gave her like bitch face when Katia
I
did
didn't
the
really get what that was
party
about. Like, I
thing.
know it's
That's
a Doors
so
thing,
rude. It's quite aggressive. It's
Yeah.
quite an aggressive thing to not like.
She just took it completely.
I don't think she took it
wrong.
away. That's, you know, she's intelligent enough to know it was
Like-
intended to be like a light-hearted joke thingy. But
I
she
don't
just
know.
didn't. She just
At
didn't.
that moment,
humor
she
it.
was just like, she's just turned. She's not even thinking. She's just like.
That's what I mean. But like, I love Katia so much. Like to do that to Katia, to like, I don't know, really piss me off.
And I love Katia, as in I don't know his name as not Katia, but
What's
he's
it?
just such a
Right.
nice, likable person anyway. It all seems to be from
Yeah.
the
He
VTs
is,
and
he
from
is.
what you see.
Yeah.
And that made it harder as well because you think
Yeah.
he's a really genuine guy. Like he's got anxieties. He probably worries about things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
for her to
exactly.
kind of exploit that when
Exactly.
you know, Alaska knows where she's been. She was an addict and has had a
Exactly.
hard time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just like, yeah, that was horrible to watch. That
Yeah.
part.
Yeah. Ultimate shade of the century. Shade.
Sure.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah.
But I think next week's episode is going to be key because like Alaska
Yeah.
can either pull it back
Absolutely.
or we're just going to carry on thinking, nah, fuck it. I want Katia to win it now.
Yeah. It was weird though. So I mean, it was very self-destructive behaviour, wasn't it? That with Alaska, like she's
Weird.
she's even like, I know this is going to get me sent home.
I haven't been like that. As you remember, you as a kid and you know you're being a twat and like you know you're having a tantrum and you just want to stop, but you can't because you're really pissed off.
Yeah, I think it
And I haven't had that since I was like in my like early teens.
had it yesterday.
Oh, yeah. I just sat in the super
Like 20 minutes ago.
stabbed because I wanted
You've had 4 since you've been here.
Exactly. And like I haven't had that kind of irrational like
Yeah.
you know, you normally just go to a room and just shut the fuck up for a bit or go and take some
I
time
think it's
out.
very immature. Again, you said it as well, but I've written brat down like 500 times on this bit of
He
paper.
has, you're brat in big letters.
I have,
We
yeah.
hear you, we
Nice.
heard you before. It's all good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, and someone's true. Like the little pound cake thing was awesome, but that he wore a trash bag before. It was supposed to be like a change of look thing.
I thought it was
I
quite
saw
cool.
this
To
in a
me,
week, like-
to me, it was giving me like entity like from a horror film, like black smoke, like, and then it being
But he
revealed.
basically just held a black cap up and then went like that.
No, it wasn't. It was like
Come
twisted
on.
around.
No,
I actually
it was
thought
all
it was
twisted
quite cool,
around.
to be honest.
Don't give me twisted around. I don't want twisted
into
around.
it.
You're
I
all
was into
twisted
it.
around.
Yeah.
What? Very attacked by
It's only
that.
because Little Pound came underneath it was awesome.
Yeah. No. Okay.
Don't, because I'm going to go back over all the episodes now and be like, actually, Alaska's been shit the whole time. And I
So wait,
hated her.
I'm confused. Which team are you? Right now, Team Katia, Team
I'm
Alaska.
Team Katia right now.
So I feel like
I
you're
could
not.
easily be fickle and go back to Alaska.
But you
because
just, no.
I just think
Final decision.
justice would be served for Alaska if she won. But I love Katia, and if she won, I wouldn't care.
So
It's
but
not
the-
like a
but the
Clinton.
team is.
It's like a Clinton.
No, you
Trump
need one this time.
situation
It is
there.
at this time. But the team thing is like who you want to win. So who do you like? Who do you want? What team are you?
Katia.
You are Katia.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you said like Team Katia.
I'm
You're like,
just saying
but I want
next
to listen. I
week's
think Alaska
show-
should win.
It's going to be that next week's show is key for me. Like, and
Okay.
it's the first time actually I've watched the series, kind of thinking I don't have a clear winner here.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I don't think there is. Well, there is according to Twitter a clear winner now.
Yeah.
But again, that's Alaska's fault. And
Well, like-
if this hadn't have happened, I would be the same as you.
I'm Team Stacey Lane Matthews.
Oh, Stacey Lane Matthews.
I think it's couture.
All those generic ones that came 12th.
Oh.
Okay.
Tempest Dior.
No. Okay.
Sorry.
I've got a good question. Do you think Alaska can redeem herself?
Yes.
Yes.
Because she's been.
But to the
funny.
point where she can win.
Because actually, I can see Alaska next week being like, "Oh my god, I was such a dick,"
Yeah.
and she's not like Fifi, where she can't just go. Like Fifi would have been like, "Well, it's their problem, and I'm a victim," and da 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 da.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And would
true.
have just made it worse. Alaska is clever, and she'll probably have her little 5 minutes and come back and just think, "I'm so sorry, I look like a twat."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And imagine that will be the next episode.
Yeah.
I guarantee that's the narrative. She's
I'm
going to be
pretty
embarrassed
sure.
about it,
Exactly.
Yeah.
and she'll pull it out.
But
the bag.
even then, even if we warmed her again, I mean, she's missed a week's worth of Twitter votes. So
Yeah.
do you think she could still bring it back in terms of the voting?
Don't if you have Fifi on Twitter now defending her because of her edit,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
good
God.
point. You probably will,
which is
damn
tough because she still acted like a brat.
it. Yeah,
And if she gets a bad edit because of it, then she deserves to lose.
yeah. Hayden said Dawn must be glad she voted for all this shit show.
Yeah. We're not, but I just would have
Yeah.
loved to have seen like Adore for a few more weeks. Like the
If
fact that Adore was just about
She
to
wasn't-
she was
she-
just about to do
Yeah.
Snatch Game.
But she
left.
wasn't a door
Well,
though. This
No,
season.
it didn't
She
look
wasn't
like Adore.
No.
Like she didn't seem to have the same like spunk, as they say.
No, sorry, what?
I've got an Australian boyfriend now, so I'm allowed to say that.
Okay, fair.
It means a hot person.
Okay, if you
Yeah.
say so.
You just lost all your fans, by the way.
Sorry. Oh shit. Yeah. Sorry, Scott.
Right. Okay, Rue's face. Oh yeah, so when Alyssa, oh yeah, okay, so the point when who voted you off? Who?
He talks, won the lipstick.
Can I just say as well, someone's jumped in that it was totally sure we've all forgotten about it. What the fuck was the bribe bit about? I'll give you $10,000 before tax, and it didn't even sound like a joke.
No, it
Like,
didn't.
it sounded cheap.
It just yeah.
It's
Like, why are you trying to buy your way into the final?
I think maybe it was like half meant to be a joke, but then like, as she's saying it, she's like half meaning it, but no one's going to buy it. But like, oh, I don't know, it's just awkward.
she should have just said, like, do what you want. Like, at this point, it's top 4, top 5, whatever. I've done really well. Like, you make the choice. I just don't know why you
Yeah.
wouldn't
she
do that
broke
in that
down, literally
scenario.
broke
Because it's
down.
weird as well.
Yeah.
Because like who?
It's terrible.
Again,
Like,
she's intelligent.
throwing her shoes and weird
Oh
stuff.
my god, it was so weird. But again, like she's intelligent enough to know Roxy would definitely have gone home if she hadn't been kicked off. Do you know what I mean? Like anyone would have sent Roxy home because she'd been in the bottom like 20 times, whereas Alaska had been in the top.
Yeah.
So I don't even know why she was stressed out to the point where she acted the way she did because there's never any chance of her going.
Because deep down she's just angry at herself, and she's like cooked up in that show. She's staying sober. Like it's fucking hard. Okay,
Yeah.
she couldn't help it, and
And her mum was
I
there.
do
Like,
think-
I'd be pissed off if I did something at work and was shit and my mum saw it.
I know
You'd be like
she just-
embarrassed.
yeah, she's.
Imagine
she
what
was-
Lynn would feel like.
That would be Lynn would not take it.
Yeah, I can understand why she's frustrated. I can understand why Fifi was frustrated, but I think Alaska, it was a moment. Like Fifi is a whole personality.
Fifi's been consistently awful for like 2 series in almost every episode.
I know.
Alaska has like one meltdown and we're all like, fucking hate Alaska. Like,
I know.
I just think we need to lay off for a bit. She has been great. She is great.
Oh my God, I
She's
swung her.
very talented as a drag queen.
What?
I completely changed his mind.
Yeah, you have. You have. But
How did you do this?
But at the same time, like,
She's a witch.
okay. I know, right? But,
I don't care it's your birthday.
So like, oh, it's his birthday. Everyone's saying happy birthday to her through the comments.
Yeah, not.
I'm wearing my shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll do it at the end.
We're not doing it. Okay, the other thing is, I know it's reality TV and like it's a laugh and we're having fun with it and everything, but like, I mean, there's a lot of extreme behaviour and everything, but I don't know why we should have let Alaska off. Like, she acted extremely badly, like really bratty, like she's rude to people.
Yeah. And one of the comments is that no one really seemed to say anything to her. Like,
that's because they get
fuck down. It's like they're all scared of her. Or like,
again, because it's the way she's acting, and she's giving the impression that she's superior the whole way through the competition.
Yeah.
And so she's put like everyone else is at her mercy, and then to act like I say, it's like it's more like hurtful to everyone else.
And to be fair, if Fifi had acted like that, they would have all been like launching at her.
That's
like,
what I mean. Like, they could have handled it, but she made everyone else feel
What's
bad.
your problem?
Alaska made everyone else feel bad about the way she did.
It's because it was so unexpected.
And
No one
Alaska's had
saw
to
that
make
coming.
that. Alaska's had to eliminate like 4 people.
Exactly.
Like,
they're
didn't she
not
get
coming
like how it feels and that? And like she said herself last week, basically she did it because Roxy's her friend.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what the moral dilemma of it. So why are you getting pissy?
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah,
we're not letting her off, but it was a moment.
It was definitely a moment. But Rue's face. So when who got eliminated again? Lissa. When Lissa got eliminated, Rue's face as well. Like the shock on. Sorry, the shock on.
She
Rue's
was probably
face.
like Roxy
We're all
fucking
like
Andrews still.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to move on and talk about Roxy because. Like,
I thought we covered it. Like, I mean, unless you got more to say.
What is there to say? She hasn't done anything for like the whole series, bar episode 1, where she came in the top 2. Like, she just hasn't done anything like memorable.
It's true.
What? Like, name me something that Roxy Andrews done. You actually think
the highlight was the first episode.
She's fun though. She's like fun to watch for me. Like, again, I've had enough now. I feel, but like, she's like. She doesn't take it too seriously. She actually has a laugh with it.
I know, but she's top 4. Like, she was top 3.
But that's not her. That's not her fault. Though. I feel like you're holding that against her. It's not her fault. Like, she's
Just
like, even I said she's like, you should send me home, pretty much. But
every episode, I just think
kept her.
that could be Tatiana, and Tatiana was.
I know, but that's not Roxy's fault. That's Alaska's fault. So, like I said,
I know both times.
But so, listen, like literally last time, Roxy's like, just send me home, pretty much.
Yeah.
And Alaska, this is what I'm saying. So Roxy's, I think she's coming across really well to me.
I don't know. It must be. I always feel bad for Roxy
Choices.
because she must be sat there, kind of going, "Please send me home."
Yeah,
this is actually embarrassing at this point.
That's what I mean. I feel bad for her.
And like, surely Alaska knows that. It'd be like, look, I think it's kind of humanitarian to just say,
yeah, exactly.
I think it's time you went. Like,
yeah, exactly. Needle.
Yeah, really like bottom two in 7 weeks.
Yeah.
And the show's been on for what, 8 weeks? It's embarrassing. I'd be pretty pissed off with my friends if they did that to me. No.
Roxy's her shit snatch game and Wigglebell were her most memorable moments.
Oh, Roxy's shit snatch game.
And Wigglebell was like, you can see her hair.
It was awful.
Yeah.
And like, I looking back, like, all right, Tatiana's Ariana Grande wasn't great, but it got a laugh or 2 here and there. Like, Roxy's was awful.
It's so bad.
I mean, they should just never do impersonations of other Drag Race contestants because it's not ever worked. The only time it vaguely worked was when Sharon Needles did Michelle Visage.
That didn't work.
It was awesome. It was like an amazing snatch game. It won that week.
Violet did.
You're wrong.
Violet
Need to rewatch it.
Yeah, Violet was pretty good with Alyssa.
All she kind of did was go, I can't even do it. You do it.
No, don't ask you how to do
There
it.
we go.
That was not good. Do you think that was good?
I can't even click. So
No,
I
can't click. That's fair. But yes, can't.
But no, I just thought it was, I've just, Roxy, please go next. Please don't be in the top 3.
Yeah.
It's got to be Detox, Alaska, Katia, and then it's going to be Katia or Alaska.
So what's going on?
Yeah, that's a good point. She had some funny things. Hey, so who's saying that? Jake's saying that, like, I said at the time, but like Tati had some funny jokes in Snatch Game, but just they weren't well executed.
Yeah,
like the bit about she loves like America, places, things, nouns.
Yeah.
And Jujubee laughed.
Yeah,
Whereas,
exactly.
like,
she had some funny stuff.
Like, Roxy just didn't get any laughs. Like, she did that My Makeup's Terrible thing.
Yeah, Roxy's had her redemption.
Yeah.
And she's
definitely.
And like Roxy's handled the whole how she was in season 5 thing far better than Fifi's handled it. Because Fifi kind of apologised and then carried on being exactly the same. And Roxy, like, don't get me wrong, hasn't been anything like the Roxy she was in season 5, which was fine.
She's been really likeable and fun.
Really likeable and really nice.
Yeah,
and obviously,
really chill.
And I feel a bit of warmth towards Roxy because she's been very involved in what happened at Pulse. She's from Orlando. She wasn't there that night, but she's had friends, I think, that she lost in it. And I think it happened pretty much after. I don't know when this was filmed, whether it was before or after.
It must have happened after.
And I say this with love. I just don't want her there anymore.
Yeah.
And there's been lots of good contestants that we've lost over the weeks.
Hold up, sorry everyone. They're saying the crowning's next week and then the reunion's the week after. But the reunion happens, so it's not going to be a live crowning. It's going to be.
I'm sorry, someone's just said they wanted Roxy to win season 5.
To what?
Who is this person?
That's Dave, I think.
Dave. No.
No, we're just ignoring that. Moving on.
Yeah, moving on.
You're better than that.
I'm seeing Jinx Monsoon in 2 weeks today. I'm doing a meet and greet. And, she's my
Yeah,
favorite.
that's awesome. Right?
She's my favorite contestant that's ever been on it.
Really?
So, yeah.
That's too
I
much.
like
You're
Jinx,
taking that too far.
but
Who would yours be?
Oh, I'd love Adore and Katia. Maybe Adore. I've got a massive soft spot for her.
until today, it was Alaska.
Oh, serious?
It still is.
Is it
Fuck
genuinely?
you.
Oh no.
It is. It is Alaska. I think she's fantastic.
Not Roxy Andrews.
No,
No.
not Roxy.
No. Wait, what was I going to say?
All right, now we've got people defending penetration. No.
All right.
Right, let's carry on.
Um,
We've got to win. So.
Silence. Did that work?
Oh.
How did that work? So crowning next week. How do you feel about that? I'm guessing good, right?
Yeah, I want it to be live though. I don't know if it's going to be live or not.
I wanted to.
No, it's better because then it's not going to be the fake reaction.
That's what I mean. I want it to be live. Did I just screw that up?
No, it's,
Basically, I don't want it like the traditional way.
it's not going to be. They're going to like the episode's been filmed. They crown someone, and then a reunion the week after is going to be
No,
live.
I want it to be live. I want to see the actual reaction of the winner.
But it's still just as real if it's the actual real person winning on stage.
No, but they filmed the 3 different reactions.
That's what I'm saying to you the whole time. They're not. I'm saying they're gonna. I think what they're saying is like it's gonna be like a normal episode next week, but there'll be a winner.
Yeah.
I
So
think-
it'll be a live reaction.
Oh, really?
actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Then the week after, be the reunion in front of a live audience.
All
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't
Without
do
a
that.
crown.
You've got no idea what's going on.
Carry on.
No, but so a crowning will be filmed.
Which is then all 3 winning.
No!
They will.
No!
One
The
of them will
crowning
win.
is like.
We're changing
Like
it.
season 3 with Raja.
Yeah, like season 4.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
They're going to do that and then play it.
No,
really
it'll be a normal episode. It'll be
It'll
like
be a normal episode.
not live, no audience. Or anything.
Okay, right.
The winner will actually
Like,
react on camera.
Yeah.
Oh, so the winner will be announced. It's just in like the small studio.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
And then the other week there'll be a
Reunion with a live audience.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
I don't know. I'm assuming it's going to be a regular episode, and then the reunion will be when they win.
No, that's
But-
what we're
Yeah.
saying. It's not. I hope they're saying yes. Like you're trying
Well,
to
it's
like.
Raj's fault. Raj's boyfriend or something gave away the ending.
Yeah,
and that's
it's
why they
ridiculous.
started
It's
pre-recording.
good. Yeah, it's good that it hasn't been leaked this time because.
So now, whenever you see them say, "Oh, they won," and they're all like, "Thanks," and there's no
Yeah,
emotion behind
exactly,
it. It's
exactly.
like-
I mean,
it's
Ty-
the worst.
Tyra passed out when she
yeah,
won.
that was
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
Like, I got hyperventilated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
She,
So
she was like gone.
yeah,
Yeah.
she was.
And like Jinx didn't even act like Jinx. It was like a different person when she won.
Yeah.
Like she was putting it on. It was very odd. I
Yeah.
love Jinx.
Yeah.
So.
It must be very awkward for you to like
Yeah.
act.
Yeah, I don't think I could do
And
it.
they do it on a lot of shows. Like they do it on The Apprentice. They do it on a lot, and it's I don't know. Once you know it,
Yeah.
it sort of spoils it a bit.
It does.
Because I want to see, like, you've been with these people for 10 weeks. I want to see how someone feels when they've been told they won. And,
Yeah.
and you know it isn't.
Yeah.
It takes away a bit. I don't.
The only thing is, I thought there'd be 2 more episodes at least.
Hayden's saying we're wrong though. Hayden's saying I'm going to film a winning 3, all like 3 people winning.
Oh.
Tell us more. Explain yourself.
Basically,
Expand.
you guys argue amongst yourselves and tell us what the actual answer is.
I'm assuming it's
know
going to be the
this?
same format as every other series, which is a music video of some kind
Yeah,
and a challenge.
But then,
and
we didn't have the
We're not
ball.
going to because that's what I mean. We're missing loads of
and
episodes.
then they'll kick out a 4th person in the top 3.
But it's not. They're saying everyone's
what I
saying
thought.
it's going to be 2 more episodes, which is a bit shit because we're missing all the best challenges, right?
What
What are
best
you talking
challenges?
about?
Because like you said, we're going to miss it. The ball,
There's a ball.
No, but
the music video.
that's-
We're going to
that's-
miss one of them. If there's only 2,
What's
like
the ball?
there's only 1 more episode.
The ball
it's
is
like
when they do
3 outfits.
the 3
Oh, yeah.
outfits.
That's really good. That one.
Are we going to get RuPaul feeding with Tic Tac? Or are we done with that now?
No, that's
No,
over.
they don't
That's
do it
over.
anymore. RuPaul's over.
He's had enough Tic Tacs.
He's-
And I'm not any more
Over it
crying.
officially.
I don't want any more of like,
Yeah, true. It's a bit annoying
fuck off.
anyway. No, but there's only going to be 1 more episode, which isn't the reunion, so it can't. But it can't do music video and the ball and
Yeah.
whatever else there is.
So we go.
So-
They film each queen winning in front of just Ru. Then winner. Oh, hang on, this is 2 different people now. No, oh, hang on. This is last challenge is a rap challenge. What?
What is going on? I don't understand
No.
what's happening.
No, you all need to go away and confer and come back with
Yeah,
one
that's what I'm
answer.
saying.
This is
Let's
too
look away
confusing.
and come back again in a few minutes.
Nothing is in front of a live audience. Okay. I know.
The reunion's not filmed in front of. No, I know people went. There were tickets. I heard people getting tickets.
Oh,
to
we
the
haven't
reunion.
seen the preview for next week, did we?
No, it's
No.
not. No, I haven't seen it yet. I don't think it's out. We
Right, we'll watch that
No,
once
there
we're
is.
done
There
here.
is. There
We
should
haven't
be.
seen
Yeah,
that.
let's see the preview.
So what is it? So what is the challenge next week, everyone? Please.
We're just going to sit here in silence.
Yeah, exactly.
and put that up.
I can't read.
If you could all go away and Google that, that'd be really helpful. Oh, look, someone's just been like, look at the website. Rude.
Yeah. All right, Sash, you can calm down.
Jesus.
Okay,
So
so
sat here for an hour entertaining these people.
yeah, exactly.
Full of carbs.
Exactly.
Full of snooze.
So what we do, I've looked it from another show.
There is one out. Good. Roxy. If that's not Roxy, like, there's nothing I can do.
No, but I think they're saying the preview's out, Dan.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's really awkward. Honestly, it's just so awkward. Let's just move on. No, okay. So I started from another show, but we award like CUNTs of the week. So who has the charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent? We'll have to give an award out to. By the way, I
Is it
know
like
from
they have to have all four, or can we give like a C to someone else? And...
you should give each one, like try and keep like a queen for each one, sort of thing. So give
Yeah,
them
but
all
there's
to one
only
person.
5.
So it's difficult. Also, I think they haven't mentioned, but I started from a podcast called The Shade of It All, which is pretty good. Actually, it's the new episode, like latest episodes are really good. I recommend it.
Okay.
But I thought it was good, so I nicked it. But they get the credit for it. So who's your C? Charisma.
Charisma, Katya. Well, Katya's mum.
Yeah, that's what I was going
Yeah,
to
we should
say.
include the family members as well.
You can kind of see how like where Katya gets her just overall loveliness from,
Yeah.
and maybe a little bit of her edge.
Quit.
Yeah.
Quit?
Although-
Wit.
Quick wit.
Quit.
Quick.
Yeah.
But does like someone being genuine count as charisma? Because I felt like Alyssa's sister was like very like, even though when he spent like 2 minutes of like screen time, I love her.
Tabitha or Heather? I forget.
No, Heather's
which one was
detoxes. There must be
which. So
Tabitha.
yeah, I mean they were both wonderful, and they've both clearly been through a lot. Like it always
Yeah.
makes me choke up when I see families supporting their gay
Yeah.
or drag, and it maybe
Yeah.
it shouldn't, but it does.
Oh, I've cried so much with RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh,
It's
what-
actually-
yeah, I
She's
watched-
always crying.
I watched the season 7 reunion a couple of days ago when like someone's dad came on it and they hadn't
Oh,
spoken to him. I was
mate.
like,
Literally.
Yeah.
I have no
I-
shame. I cry on
Actual
film.
Um,
It's good to have a good sob.
Yeah.
CNT all goes to Pat. Who was Pat again?
Pat.
I think
Oh,
that's...
Pat was Alaska's mum.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Was she good? Oh, I
She
find
was-
it. I've been a
She was lovely. She was great.
Yeah,
like
she
we're
was
being
good.
mean, like because we didn't like Alaska tonight, but
I've said
when
nothing
we were
about
watching it, we liked her a lot, and she did that sassy comment to the camera.
Yeah, that was really funny. That was a
Yeah.
really good comment.
So who's your...
Ginger's dad.
That
That
was
was
it,
it.
yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, it was Ginger Midge's dad,
Jake watched it yesterday.
and it was just wonderful.
It was really...
Oh.
But wait, what we're saying? So C, you're giving it to. So can I give it to Alyssa's sister? That's
do
charismatic,
whatever
right?
you
If you're.
Oh, Pat was Katya's
Your
mum.
house.
Really? I'm confused now.
I thought that was Katya's mom.
Let's just call her Katya's mum. It's easier.
Yeah, no actual names, please,
Yeah.
anyone. We can't handle that. Don't humanize these people. That's the last thing we want.
They're not real. It's just on TV.
Exactly.
Please just do it.
So uniqueness.
Detox. No, Alaska for just being so fucking uniquely dreadful.
Oh,
God.
yes.
Just saying.
Yes.
Like no one else has been like that. I don't think
No.
even Fifi was like that bad in terms of having an
No.
actual full-on childish tantrum.
Yeah, that's
Like,
fair.
publicly.
That's fair uniqueness, to be honest.
Yeah.
I've never seen that in any
But
season.
that's
of
gonna be
Drag
that's gonna be
Race.
my nerve, though.
Yeah, that's going to be... That was
The
going to be...
nerve.
Yeah, exactly.
The
nerve.
Who else?
The nerve of her thinking like, how dare I
Yeah,
not
exactly.
win?
Alaska's my nerve, stick in the head.
Yeah.
My uniqueness. Well, who's your uniqueness?
My uniqueness... Oh, I don't know. Who was unique?
My-
I'm going to give it to Katya because she came to the runway with like a unique concept. Like,
Yeah,
quite
I was thinking
different
it's Katya as well.
from the others.
Or Katya's mum, because she came out as like Russian old lady, sickle lady.
All right.
And that was totally unique. Never seen that before.
That was kind of my talent, I guess. My T would have been
Oh, right.
that little skit.
Oh, because like the performance of it was good. We keep skipping around, right? Let's stand at each letter because I can't handle skipping around. Also, I forgot to mention, guys, give us your CUNTs as well. Do like C equals, U equals, N equals, because that's the best way we can keep track of it.
Do whatever you want.
No,
Don't listen to him.
always listen to what I say at all times.
Nerve.
Nerve. Okay, so I said mine, Alaska.
My nerve was to detox, not to send Roxy, you fucking asshole. I'm sorry, but she should have sent Roxy.
Yeah, fair.
She said-
Actually, yeah,
Roxy.
I'm going to go with you on that because it's just like at this point,
At this point,
could
We
send
haven't
it-
even talked about
you
it,
could
really.
send her home easily and don't give it the whole like she did really well and I think it's really unfair that she was in the bottom too. Like
No.
bullshit. Like you could have easily got rid of it this week and she would have just said fair enough. I've
Yeah,
been
But
She
you know,
did it on the
but
stage.
okay, devil's advocate. Yeah, that's probably the wrong saying. But like she said, I can't remember who said in the workroom, but I don't think Roxy. It's only because it was the bottom 3. If I was a bottom 2, then Roxy wouldn't have been it. She did fine. Like, she didn't do bad. Like, the makeover was good.
Roxy would have gone tonight if the show had just done a regular bottom 2, but they were like, let's do.
No, that's not saying she wouldn't. I don't think she would have been the bottom 2 because, like, why was she been put there? Like, her makeup was great on herself
because
and
because she wasn't better than Detox.
No, but Detox won. But I'm saying she was better than the other losers.
Who was the bottom 3? Or was she
Roxy,
better than Alyssa?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Like, looks were way better.
I don't know.
Roxy looked gorgeous. Like, she had like a skin tight like outfit. That was like couture. I don't know what you called it, but like it was unique and cool. And she looked beautiful and amazing. And the makeover was really good. Very much like a difficult canvas to work with.
I thought it was plain.
It wasn't like outstanding.
It was a black sequence dress that she put her nan in.
But no, it was a tan.
It was a leopard dress.
Stop trying to make Roxy angry.
I'm not. I'm just saying, like, it was a fair comment. So in a way, I'm not saying again. I feel like Roxy should have gone based on the previous, but if it's just based on this episode, I don't think she should have gone. So I don't disagree with it. Like, she wouldn't have been in the bottom if she was bottom 2.
I guess my point of view is I'm not that bothered that we've lost Alyssa. I love Alyssa, but I feel like once you've seen Alyssa, you've seen Alyssa. Like,
I don't disagree.
Worried about having her in the final. My biggest fear tonight all the way through is like, fuck, Katya's going to go. I could just feel it, and I was wrong, thank God.
Yeah.
Because it would have sucked. Because then it would have literally been like the Alaska show for the rest of the series. So I don't really care about what happened tonight because Katya's through.
Okay, fair.
Tonight.
Okay,
here we are. We got Katya's mum as a C. Yeah.
Katya,
Which is kind of what we said.
Nerve Roxy. Why Nerve Roxy, please, Hayden? And Talent Detox.
Yeah,
that
what did Roxy do?
Everything. Her sister's mum.
Still there.
Sorry, I'm
that's probably
really defensive on Roxy every time someone says
Nerve Roxy.
Why?
Still being there.
Why did you say that?
Wrong with
Talent T.
I'll give you the T.
Go on. Don't be shy.
Oh shit.
No, don't be shy.
Where's my T? Where's my T?
Dan, T.
I think I've said mine. I was that little skit with Katya and her mum.
Okay, fair.
Was just, I love the continuation of the Russian thing.
Yeah.
And she really made her mum part of a thing rather than just like, oh, it's my mum. I don't feel like the rest of them did that.
No, I agree completely.
Like, there was no real like thing that they did.
Yeah.
Oh, just to be different, I'm gonna say Roxy's grandma for shaking her ass.
Yeah, she did.
Roxy's grandma was awesome.
She was. I'll give it to Aubrey Plaza. Because she's amazing generally. She's got all the talent.
Yeah, and I love
her reactions are really funny.
And I think we haven't even. We've got half an hour. We could talk about it. That wonderful woman who did the brows.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, mine are very bushy. But on here they look really dark.
She was giving me all the executive realness I need.
And I'd love to see her. She could probably thin mine out a bit and sort me out.
I feel like we should sort that out ASAP.
I think she's a top talent.
We'll sort it out for next episode, guys. Don't
oh
worry.
My God, she's talented actually. Yes.
She gets.
She's one to watch.
Although, like, do you see Aubrey's reactions, like during the lip sync and critiques and stuff? Like, her reactions are really funny.
Yeah.
Plus, she kept like watching again. I watch it again. It's really funny. I remember,
she looked gorgeous.
I remember seeing. I love her. I remember seeing the movie she's in. I forgot what it's called. Like a wedding one.
The one where she goes with like the brothers. And,
yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
No, I want to see it though because of her. So CUNT.
No, she's done more than one movie. Right?
I know. I need to see other movies. I haven't seen any of the movies she's in. I've seen like Parks and Rec about 5 times, but I haven't seen any movie she's in. So I think that's it, right? We've done our CUNTs.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to do a quick question.
Go on.
Because they were family members. Who would you guys have taken, like, if you could have had someone come in?
Oh, well, our family members.
Yeah.
This is getting too real, though.
No, I think it's quite fun. Like,
okay.
Good question.
Like, it was like a real heartwarming bit of the episode.
Yeah.
So go on, then. Who'd you take?
Like, my nan, like, my nan's like 85 and she still wears a full face of makeup. Yeah. And it doesn't look, she does it well. Like, she had Max Factor classes when she was in her 40s.
Yeah.
And she was Miss Maidstone 1930 something.
Is it because?
And I would just fucking, like, my granddad died maybe 3 years ago and she's still really cut up about it.
Yeah.
My other nan is like living it up since my granddad died. She can't get enough of life. This nan is like,
it's like
love it.
Exactly.
She was like finally free. My other granddad, like, my nan is just, they were so in love, and I just think it would have been really fun to like do that. Yeah. But then that's a weird scenario because I'm not a drag queen. And I don't
but also, that's why you're choosing her, because she could do her own makeup. So you have to do her makeup for her.
Yeah, like my nan would probably do a great job on
She'd do, exactly,
like,
yeah, she would.
But she does do the whole like proper line under the neck.
Yeah,
is
that's
she?
Good. Yeah, contouring for days.
I love it. She knows what she's doing.
She's like Trixie.
Oh, June. Yeah, you can't.
Oh,
nothing on earth.
Go on, yeah, who would you bring?
I since I was little, I used to drag up my grandma. So
Really?
yeah.
Do you have pictures of this?
Probably back at home.
Yes, okay.
Well, when I say drag it up, I used to just do her like make her up in the middle of the day.
Well, she was like asleep. She was like
just while she was asleep.
Yeah, exactly.
And then pulling out from Hayden's comment, I would love to watch Drag Race with my mum. Like I've told her before.
I know, yeah.
You need to get Netflix in. My mum has like a.
Telling her.
My dad would love it. Mel would love it.
I think my dad would really love it.
Yeah, your dad would love it
my
as well.
dad
Your dad
actually,
would love it.
Loves dressing up.
Your dad always feels.
Well, remember when I came out, my mum and dad were like, the only thing we don't really want you to do is be a cross-dresser. And actually, like, I don't know why they said that, because they love drag.
Yeah.
And I've taken them to drag shows. It's like for all.
It is awkward. So whenever we go to Dan's parents' house, we also take off the skirt in the car and change. It's just really, it's a
like,
big issue. It's a lot of drama.
Got to sort my eyebrows. I have to repaint them back in.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
yeah.
why they look like they're.
Yeah, exactly. You haven't got it quite right, still, have you?
Yeah.
Still trying.
I bet they regret it now. I bet they're wishing that you had turned into drag.
Yeah, exactly.
Why does it make your mum feel sick? That's really sad.
Yeah, that is sad.
But yeah, my mum has like this ironing room that my dad made for her. It's essentially another kitchen.
Yeah.
And I just so want to get her like Netflix just in there.
Yeah.
Because I just
It'd be
want
fun to watch it. I'll go watch it with
them.
them. I haven't hung out with your parents enough. Genuinely, I'd be up for like, we should watch it together.
I love it.
That'd be so much fun.
Apart from my dad doesn't like the C word. We had an argument about it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
All fair dudes.
But my brother, I think my brother's straight and he's 36, and I think he'd fucking love it.
Yeah.
But it's just, and it took me years to finally watch.
Same.
I've watched every series this year. I started in March, and I've watched them all. But I think once people watch it, you get sucked in.
You do, you do. It's amazing. I don't know how you could dislike the show.
It's just
ridiculous.
It's
so good.
It really
so
is.
Fantastic.
Obviously, I'd have to take Lynn.
Obviously.
Lynn's already a YouTube star. Check out my Japan videos because
Yes.
Lynn's like she's the star of that series.
Let's just do that one Sunday. Let's just go down to your mum's like fancy house with her bath in the back.
We should actually.
bedroom.
Maybe do a tour. Lynn would, oh my god, we get Lynn to do a tour on camera. She'd love that.
Grant's mum has a bath in her bedroom, in the window. Like she sits, like eats a flake, like, just looks out on her land.
Does,
I'm so jealous.
Yeah, she does.
Seriously.
Also, she's got.
I'm gonna like murder her. And
she's got. I respect that. She's got a bit of wall behind some glass as well. That's a real highlight of the house.
A bit of wall behind.
Have you been in the kitchen? Have you seen it?
Oh, I think I have.
Yeah.
What?
I'll show you tomorrow. She's got some she's got a glass panel with just some wall behind it. So there's some wall behind that glass.
And do you know why, Grant? Because she can.
Exactly, that's it.
Because she's Lynn.
But you know, her best friend. Okay, it's just a story about only these guys.
So we're really just talking about Grant's
Sorry, this is quite a good story.
It's really interesting.
So her best mate, like, I went to school with her daughter. We're still friends now. I went to go stay in their place in Cornwall, like a month ago. And she's also got some wall behind some glass in her house as well.
I think that's what you do when you're rich and
exactly.
rich older woman. Like, you've
do...
spent all the money. There's nothing else you want. Like, fuck it, I'll put glass in front
exactly.
of the wall.
It's just like a tiny section of wall.
I'm going to put a bath in my bedroom.
Rich British.
I know. It's not me. Look at
You've seen the bath in the bedroom.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
My parents' house doesn't even have a dishwasher. It doesn't even have a cupboard for the kitchen.
I don't even have a working toilet in my house right now.
That's genuine. Still.
It's
been like 2 months.
2 months.
Oh my god, it's
sorry,
ridiculous.
that's really not making me come across.
Sorry, everyone. We've talked about not the show for about 2
everyone's
hours
left.
now. Yeah, exactly.
Just talking about Grant's mum.
Exactly.
Yeah,
she's amazing though. If you knew her, you would want to
watch my Japan videos. There's got one called like Lynn Week or something like that.
Watch it.
It's worth it. Yeah, it's fun. I'll show you.
That's a great thing week for Drag Race. Like everyone comes to
it's like Shark Week, but better.
One of the Lynn lit.
Maybe we'll do a video of Lynn tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay.
Something to look forward to.
It is. Do we have anything else to say about the episode though?
No,
I think we've covered pretty much everything.
And I think we've been live for a long time.
We have. This has been.
And I feel like there's been progress. I feel like we've changed narrative. Like we've been through a journey together.
I feel like you've done it for aggression and you've beaten me down.
I've got a lot of opinions.
You do. I do.
Really
hopefully, Dan be here every week. You have coming up every week.
Yeah, I can do that. Well, there's only one.
Right, don't go out of your way.
There's one episode.
Don't go out of your way.
We'll see how I feel.
Yes.
Not sure.
Yeah. No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I could bring my.
No. Oh yeah. Go on.
Yeah.
Don't be shy.
Nothing.
Maybe it's just you next week.
Yeah, exactly. That's obviously not going to happen.
The comments have really slowed down.
Exactly. Sorry, everyone. Right. Anyone else got anything else they want to say? Because if not, we've got to go and live our own lives now.
We need to watch episode 8 Trader. Yes, we will do that.
Oh, should we watch it now on stream, or is that weird?
I don't know. I mean, it's essentially them.
Yeah, we've done it long enough. We did it before and everyone loved it, but I felt like.
Oh no! Quick, give us comments about how you don't want us to leave.
Let's go, people.
Should we go? Or should we watch the trailer for the next
No.
episode?
No one's begging us. to
Okay,
stay.
let me go back to chat.
No
Okay, everyone.
one's care.
Thanks for joining us as always.
Thanks.
Love you.
It's been a pleasure.
You've really enjoyed yourself, Dan, haven't you?
It's been emotional.
You
Thank you.
said such a nice
You've
time.
really done things for my confidence.
It really has. We did.
Thanks
Love
for the nice
you.
comments.
Bye. See you next week. Come back next
Bye.
week as always.
Bye.
Bye.